So it's Sparta Prague away, first leg. That's the Europa League round of 16 draw when it comes to Liverpool. Also, I'll be updating you in this video of what Pep Lijnders has had to say this morning regarding injuries for the cup final on Sunday. Make sure you smash that like button, comment with your thoughts on the draw and what Pep has said. The good Pep, not the cheating Pep. And then, of course, subscribe. We're this close, guys, to 40,000. I do think and I believe we can get there this weekend, but I need your help. So if you haven't, you know what to do. Press that bell so you're always notified when we upload. Right. Sparta Prague then, right? In terms of the history between these two teams, I think we played them maybe in Gerard Houllier / I think we might have had a game against them under Roy Hodgson as well. But a strong team, or one that you cannot really dismiss. If we look at their kind of run in the Europa League so far, they came third in a group with Rangers and Sparta Prague. Sorry, they came second. It was Rangers top, Sparta Prague, and then Real Betis, who they actually beat at home. So this is no duds here. This is no, journeyman. This is a proper Czech championship winning team, right? In the group, they played 6, they won 3, drew 1 and lost 2, scoring 9 along the way, which was actually the most in the group. And then they got 10 points. And to knock out Real Betis, I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed that Real Betis were going to go through in that group. So that's their kind of Europa League fortune so far. Obviously, they went straight into the round of 16 group. There was no round of 32 for them to jump into. And if you look at domestically as well, this is why we can't take these kind of teams for granted, because they're top of the league. In the Czech league, yes, it's the Czech league, but they're ahead of Slavia Prague, and they've only lost 1 game this season, in the whole season. 21 games played, 18 won, they've drawn 2 and lost 1, an identical record almost to their fierce neighbours in Slavia Prague as well. 5 wins in a row in the league as well. So I think the first leg, which I'll get up for you now, the first leg and date for this one, as we know, the first game is away. So again, it's, can you deal with that kind of intimidating European kind of Eastern Bloc atmosphere that they're going to bring, and then obviously you've got to go back to Liverpool and make sure the job's done then, and that's when you are going to be playing the Romas, maybe the Brightons, the West Hams. There's also AC Milan still in this as well. So as soon as we get a confirmation on the date and time of that game, I'll give you it. But let me know in the comments, how happy are you with that? I mean, there were some bigger teams to maybe avoid at this stage. I'm quite happy with that. I'm actually very happy with that. And if you are planning to go to this game away, West Ham fans will tell you, Sparta Prague, or the city of Prague, incredible city. I've never actually been to Prague. It's one of those cities that I've never kind of ticked off the list yet. But if you look at Liverpool's record in the Europa League, it wasn't perfect this season. As we know, 2 losses, both coming away at Toulouse, and USG as well, where we weren't at our very best, but at the same time we did enough in our home games to ensure that we finished top of the group on 12 points ahead of Toulouse and USG, which, as we know, Kevin McAllister, he plays for them. So still room for improvement when it comes to Liverpool's Europa League record so far this season. But how does that affect our chances of going all the way in Dublin? If you're watching the draw just then, they had John O'Shea, Manchester United and Ireland legend, who came out and did the draw. And as you know, Dublin is the final. So does this make it more likely, less likely that we'll actually get to the final? Let me know in the comments down below. But for me personally, I'm happy. I'm really happy with that. And it was the Kenny Dalglish era as well, the Sparta Prague game in the past as well. So, it was a decent draw. We were the first name, second name out of the hat, being the away team. For me personally, I always like a second leg of a European tie at Anfield. I think there's something quite special about bringing the kind of decisive game, the decisive 90 minutes back to where we can almost control it. You've seen millions of times how, we've navigated draws where, it's a massively tough kind of away day to start with in Europe, but then we bring them back to Anfield and we make sure that, we get the job done there. So I'm happy with that. Again, let me know in the comments if you are too. Liverpool and Sparta Prague meet in the Europa League round of 16. It's going to be a very good tie, great away day. I think it's around about 1,000 tickets that Liverpool will receive. It's a small stadium. It's near the city centre as well, so not far from airports and train stations. So it's going to be good. I'm really looking forward to it. And, you know, hopefully we get through that. And then, I don't know, I need to see the side of the draws to who we could potentially get after that game. But to give you the rest of the games, we've got Sparta Prague, and that will be Thursday the 7th of March, the first leg. And don't forget, on Sunday the 10th of March, we play Man City at Anfield. So you can't really rest players for that Sparta Prague away. But what you can do is get the momentum ready to go into that home game against City on the Sunday. Sporting Lisbon, I would have liked them, to be fair. I would have. We might still play them. Obviously, I was just in Lisbon. Beautiful city. I'd love to go back. They've got Atalanta. Roma have got Brighton. What a tie that is for Brighton, by the way. Their fans have had some European trip this season, haven't they? Big away days. I think they've been at Ajax. They've been at Marseille already. So this is another one to tick off the list. Rome away for Brighton. Incredible. AC Milan, Slavia Prague. As I mentioned, the noisy neighbours of Sparta Prague. Slavia Prague go away to Milan on that 7th of March. SC Freiburg at home to West Ham. Now, I didn't totally understand this one because they played each other in the group stage of this current competition in October and December. So for them to play each other again, I'm not too sure how that's worked. Obviously, Liverpool have Sparta Prague. This is a good tie as well. Benfica Rangers. Maybe we get Rangers again in the European competition. Smashed them up 2 years ago, 6-1, I think, away it was. And Benfica, we've played against them plenty of times as well. It was actually the game 2 seasons ago where Darwin made his Anfield debut for Benfica. And I looked and said, we need to buy him. That's one of the best performances I've seen at Anfield from an away player. So Benfica and Rangers. You've got Marseille and Villarreal. Again, that's a tough tie for Marseille and Villarreal. You know, real pedigree in this competition, both of them. And Karabag, the kind of, you know, if we're really being honest, the underdogs in this tie against Leverkusen. And that's going to be a tough game for them. But again, Leverkusen fully expect them to come through that. And then again, if we beat Prague, we're looking at Roma, Brighton, Freiburg, West Ham, Benfica, Rangers, or Karabag and Leverkusen in the next, the quarterfinals. And this is, of course, the round of 16. So the return leg will be the 14th of March at Anfield, only a week between the two games. So yeah, really excited to get into that European schedule again. I do like a Thursday night game. Obviously next year we'll be going back to playing Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but Klopp's last season, the final being in Dublin, we've got to get through Sparta Prague first. So again, let me know in the comments if you're happy with that draw. Touching on Liverpool assistant manager Pep Lijnders, he had a press conference this morning. As we know, he takes the EFL League Cup press conferences. Klopp doesn't take them. And he revealed that there is a chance that Mo Salah, Darwin Núñez and Dominic Szoboszlai will be available for the Carabao Cup final. As we know, Liverpool will be without, for sure, Diogo Jota, Curtis Jones, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Alisson, Thiago. Obviously, Matip and Bajcetic are definitely going to be out. But this is exactly what he said about it. Dom, Darwin and Mo, we have to really see. We have 2 more days. So today's session and tomorrow's session. And then last minute, we can check if they will be there. It would be great, to be honest. He goes on to say, Ali, the muscle injury, he'll be back mid-March after the international break. It will take a really long time. I mean, how does a goalkeeper pull his hamstring and do his muscle like that in training? I'm not sure how, but either way. Curtis, it's a high ankle sprain. He'll be in and around the international break. Trent, lateral ligament damage. He'll be after the international break. And Jota, medium ligament. He'll be after the international break as well. So after the international break means we're not sure. As we know, I think the international break is March the 18th to the 30th. So there's that 12-day period. Again, this is just after the City game. We normally play City when we come back from the international break. It's just how the fixtures and the calendar has made it for us. So that's going to be a tough month. March is going to be so excruciating. Hopefully we get a lot of these players back, but hopefully the ones that we do have are on top form to go into what is going to be such a crucial month with the European 2 legs and City in the same month as well. I actually think we play Man United just after the international break away. So we've got to go and win that as well. But as we know, Jota, Trent, Alisson, a return won't come until the end of March at the earliest. So we're looking another 5 or 6 weeks for these guys, which, I mean, honestly, if you could have picked 3 players to not get injured, in my opinion, Jota for the goals, Trent for the assists, and Alisson for the clean sheets, and they're all out. But the question I've got for you, right? We're hearing that we really have to see when it comes to Dom, Darwin, and Mo. I'll give you my opinion right now. I think they play. If I'm a betting man, which I'm not, then I would say that Darwin and Mo start. This is just my opinion. There's maybe potentially a little bit of mind games here from Pep. Potentially they both start and then Dominic comes on. What you could also do is maybe start Mo, start Gakpo up front and then bring Darwin on second half. But listen, I was at the Brentford game. I didn't see Mo Salah struggling with anything after. Maybe it is a bit of cloak and dagger. Maybe it is a bit of mind games to just ensure that Chelsea don't basically see our hand, you know, our full set of cards. We don't really want to give too much away. Ferguson used to be very good at maybe lying a little bit, a bit of a white lie. He would lie and say that someone's not fit and then they'd be starting on the Saturday. So just to round it off for you, Sparta Prague in the Europa League, first leg away 7th of March, second leg 14th of March. How are we feeling about that? Are you going to go? If you're lucky enough to go, only around about 1,000 tickets. Does that impact our chances of winning the Europa League? Let me know. And then secondly, how do you feel about Pep Lijnders' quotes this morning on the fitness updates between Mo, Darwin and Dominic, right? Don't forget, this weekend, if you haven't subscribed, this is a great time to do so. On Sunday, we'll be outside early. We'll be outside Wembley and Box Park in particular. We're going to have amazing vlogs coming out from the day, but early on we're going to get a video out of us speaking to the fans and whatnot, and then of course we'll have the fan cams, and then honestly this vlog, whatever happens, is going to be unreal. So make sure you watch the vlog, but to do that you've got to be subscribed and you've got to have the notification bell on as well, because it's going to be a big day. So make sure you subscribe, and if you are that 40,000th person that subscribes and you can prove it, then there'll definitely be a little treat in there for you as well. So listen, like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you bright and early on Sunday. Vamos, chicos! Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed this, make sure you check out the rest of the channel too. There's other stuff you'll enjoy for sure.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stars.
Come on.